crop destruction is already there, but there may be multiple levels of crop destruction rather than just on or off, and various other things. So let's get you lined up. I've missed a tiny little corner there, but no big deal. So I'm thinking that should be with 71%. So we've got 35% in the tank. We're good. Oh, there is the spraying drone, yes. So you could do spot herbicide with that. I mean, I tend to prefer to spray the entire field and just eliminate the potential for weeds. But in the first season, which again we're in right now, we are getting a lot of weeds. Yeah. The weeds are annoying, but they're not significant. And my consideration is I would probably destroy more crop killing the weeds than I will save by just not doing it. Obviously, base game, weeds is a problem because they will, they just spread 100% of the field. So that's 100% of your field that's minus 15% yield. Is it minus 15? Ploughing, sowing, harvesting, improving yield. Bad weeds is minus 20. But fertilizer is plus 25, so I'd always prefer to fertilize a field than I would to remove bad weeds. It's ploughing that's minus 15, and liming is plus 15. So I'd always prefer to get a bigger bonus than I would get rid of a smaller penalty. But if it was the other way round, if weeds did minus 50% to yield, then oh heck, I would be out there spraying herbicide on everything. Turn that around and that's the other reason why GPS might not engage, is because your steering wheel's turned, and turning the steering wheel too far will disengage GPS. So we'll run through that section there. I probably didn't need to do that because obviously we only have to do about 98% of the field coverage. But, and again, oh no, that was right. Okay, I didn't clear into the next row. Let's try that one again. Okay, that's now in the right row. Control X, steering wheel is turned on. And activate the spray. Ugh. So, what else do we know? I must admit, I haven't watched anybody's in-depth look at what's coming for Seasons 22. I know it says more crops. So, I'm guessing potentially... every so often, let's go here, they'll create a new crop. So, Estancia Lapacho gave us the sugarcane. Sugarcane. I don't know what sugarcane is. Somewhere, sugarcane. But we can't sell sugarcane on this map, so no big deal. And I believe that potatoes might have been an additional crop on an expansion at one time. This time out we got cotton, which again I can't do cotton on this map, so that's probably why it's not listed. I do like that the farming agency have put the name of the crop as well as the icon. That's nice. So, and we got horses this year as well. So yeah, there's always the potential of new animals. I kind of fancy getting a bunch of fainting goats so that you can just walk up and go boo and all the goats fall over. But that's just me being sadistic and goats. To be fair, I'm not sure what else they could add. They may, obviously, if they're adding seasons, they may do the whole seasons animal thing as well. But that's not been explicitly said. So we'll have to see what happens there. That might still be a mod that somebody ends up doing. I'm kind of surprised that nobody's done a different dog than the dog we have. We've got different kennels, but we don't have different looking dogs. In fact, we don't have any different looking animals. All the animals look the same. What else are we getting? So new crops, and they're I think it would be very simple to add triticale and millet and spelt, because they're just other cereals. So I believe spelt and triticale are kind of the same as oats, barley and wheat, and then the millet is kind of the same as corn, based on what you plant and the temperatures that are needed and stuff like that. I'm kind of expecting precision farming to also be a part of the base game as well. Since it's a Giants expansion, it was free, we didn't have to pay money for it, it was just added into the game. I think they did it in partnership with some farming manufacturers, so they may have stumped up some cash to help them do it. And again, it'll probably be a selectable game option. Obviously, we will probably see things like the Addison and Cavernland and class equipment included in the base game. And the grimy potato stuff, I'm kind of looking, not that one. Where'd the potato stuff? Beginning. So things like this stuff. This is the sort, these are the sort of harvesters I've been saying, having once upon a time watched a YouTube video where someone was using that sort of stuff and saying, that's really cool, we should have that in game. Giants went and added it. So we have got a field planted with potatoes, so we can make use of that stuff later. I may add, what is it? The global company at that point and do the potato washer and sorters, so that we can increase our income from potatoes. Part of my problem is now is we're going to have potatoes and sugar beets. Potatoes are useless for our animals, but they are what is it? Yeah, they're a good cash crop. Same with sugar beets, but we need the sugar beets to feed our sheep. So I'm always going to grow beets every year, just in case I need to retain some for feeding the sheep. But potatoes, not a thing the sheep eat, so it's not something I really need to worry about having. But come fall, turn off, thank you. We are going to have to find somewhere to store all that stuff, and that might be a bit of a problem. Because we've only got that one designated root crop storage area. Now the other option, where do we go, all this? Potato sugar beets do harvest earlier than potatoes. So we might get the opportunity to harvest our sugar beets first, stick them in our storage area, and then clear them out before the potatoes come up. But potato peak sale is midwinter, and sugar beet peak sale is exactly the same time. So if I want to maximize the income from those things, I'm going to have to figure something out. We'll see. I think I've already got the sugar beet harvesting equipment that I need. Yeah, we got the sugar beet harvesting equipment. So that's a good thing. Guess we'll see what happens when we get there. We're from this point onwards on this farm, I'm aiming to do potatoes and sugar beets, one field of each every year. I don't want another 1 million litres of sugar beets around. Of course, the other option is I could use the silage bunkers to store them, but we'll have to see about that. I think. Oh, I didn't even. Well, that's fun. That's actually us rolling back down the hill. No. Want to be in the next row over, so straighten the wheel, engage, and we are good. So what percentage of stuff are we done now? Oh, 90%. We are nearly done with this contract, yay. We're still going to have about 1,300 litres in the tanks when we get back. So we can buy refillable fertilizer tanks. Could be worth having one on the farm, just so that I can unload this into an IBC when we're finished spraying. Because as far as I gather, you're not supposed to leave fertilizer in your tanks. In fact, I was watching one farmer just this last week. They put antifreeze in their tanks for the winter. And then they'll flush that out and fill the tanks with water and run the sprayer nozzles with the water in the tanks to just flush the entire system of the antifreeze. And with these sorts of sprayers, you've got the ability to turn on each nozzle independently. So you can test each nozzle independently and fix the ones or replace the ones that aren't working properly. Ooh, let's slow down a bit. Let's back up. Well, yeah, I mean, I think most farmers buy their what they put in the sprayer is actually solid or a concentrated chemical. So they will fill the tanks with water and then add the amount of chemical that they need as determined by possibly their soil analysis or whatever. Okay, so how are we doing? 93% done. So we're close to done with this contract. And that's kind of, obviously the bigger the field, the more area you don't have to do to complete the contract. If you've got a tiny field, then it might be a couple of square feet that you can't do to get 98% of the field covered. Whereas with a field this size, I'm guessing I'm going to have 2 or 3 rows at the end there that we don't have to do to get to 100%. Now, I also, thinking about it, I don't know many YouTube farmers that use solid fertilizer. Obviously, Millennial Farmer does, but he adds his fertilizer in with his seed. So the solid fertilizer kind of gets buried in the dirt with the seed. But most of the farmers that spray, or that fertilize later in the season, they spray. And sometimes they'll do mix. Obviously, it's not one type of fertilizer. A lot of the time, they're mixing in. We need a little bit of nitrogen. We need a little bit of potassium, and they're mixing all of that into the tank with the water. And occasionally they'll put in a herbicide as well, which I guess, so long as your chemicals don't react violently and blow things up, is fine. Because that's always fun chemistry. Making explosives, 97%. How we done? So that's taken us not quite 2 hours, including 2 trips to the store. For a lot of money. Stroke the wheel, turn on guidance steering, and tractor coast back in online. There we go. So I'm not sure if this is just one run across or whether we'll have to come part way back. We can keep an eye on it though. Already up to 99%. So yeah, I was looking. We can actually plant soybeans and corn here, but I'm not seeing. Oh no, sugar cane's there. I could plant sugar cane, seriously? And cotton. And plant it in the fall and harvest it during the summer. That's weird. I've not really come across that so often. But that is the geo for this map. So if I can do that, let's get paid. Well, nearly 46,000. That's nice. Then in theory, there would be sell points for it. Eggs, wool, milk, wood chips. Okay, rye, spelt. Oh, rye was the other cereal-like the thing. Fresh maize, silage maize, CCM, silage cover, silage alfalfa. Okay. So I don't have sell points for cotton or sugar cane. So while I can oh yeah, I can grow it, I can't sell it. That's interesting. My field didn't turn all blue. There we go. What happens if I unfold it now? I think there's a handbrake option somewhere. Oh, it's not. Yeah. Okay. It's not going to show me the blueness of the field because I don't own it. And I'm not contracted on it. So we can run this back to the yard. And then we need to take our bales, and I think we used up all the liquid fertilizer. It's all in the tanks right now. So that field took 4 tanks of fertilizer, less 274 litres, I think. So we started with about 230 litres. This needs cleaned as well, so we will get that done. Check out our alfalfa, clover, still not purple. Speed up time a little because we don't have anything better to do right now. Said we've got to deal with the sheep food, but that's all going to be over very quickly. There's the bus stop, so here's our yard, or here's our farm road. I'm guessing tomorrow the clover will be ready to harvest. And we're going to be doing a fair amount of messing around with that. probably should check the weather as well, because if I want to make clover hay, then it's gonna need to be in good drying conditions. We'll see. And stop! Ugh. Let's hit the tractor. And this way out. So I could put extensions on the sprayer arms. Give them a little bit more reach, little bit less crop destruction if we ever decide we do want to drive on our fields when there's crops on there. And that's all nice and clean. Alrighty. Put that in there, put that in there, and how are we doing? Fuel's fine, maintenance is fine. And I'm going to have to get out to check this, because frankly I can't see round the tank when I stick it in reverse. Squeak. Oh, don't just knock that thing. I just knocked that thing over. I should have should have dropped that soil analyzer a little bit closer to the back wall. But, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Let's go find the vent. Oh, we do still have a tank left. No more. Oh, gee. Seriously? Okay. Let's slow down time again, because unfortunately our front loader is in the bottom field. There we go. Back in the cab. So I'll probably end up going in through the bottom gate. Because this get-up's not gonna turn easily. Oh! Trenton World 55% off. I already own it. Although they are having their sale, so oh, hell with that. Let's drive through the. Oh, I can't drive through the hedge because I got bales on the back. Oh, yes, that's actually a thing. Sometimes I forget about that. Okay, I might be able to sneak through that gate now. So yes, all the DLC is at various percentages off as well, I believe, because is it their spring sale or something? Okay, let's jump out there. Grab the broom. Okay, that's the sweeping. Do like that broom. That broom basically sweeps up all the food that's on the floor and sticks it back in the trough. Not that one. That one.